Good morning from Cansino Blanchette Law Firm. I'm here this morning with Crystal Cortez. She's our associate attorney here at the law firm and an expert in immigration law. Today, she's going to cover fiancé visas, and she's got a couple of things in particular she wants to talk about. So let's go through a situation here with Crystal. Crystal, let's say I'm engaged and my fiancé is overseas. How do I begin the process to bring him or her over to the United States?
Well, that's a great idea. Immigration does now offer that option without you first getting married and sponsoring your wife or your husband over. So to begin the process, one of the most important eligibilities is to make sure that you physically have met your fiance, whether it's overseas or while they were visiting here or anywhere in the entire world. So you had to have physically met your fiance within 2 years of applying for this fiance visa. The fiance visa, which is also known as the K visa, has a lot of advantages and disadvantages for both sides, whether you are the U.S. citizen petitioning or you are the fiance that is outside of the United States. So the most common way is to have the U.S. citizen petition for the K visa for the fiance. After heavily documentation showing that you have a continuing relationship after you have initially met with each other, that is the type of information and documentation you would need to show to immigration in order to get your K visa approved. Once it is approved, the second step is to have the fiance have an interview at the local consulate in their country. Again, that interview is to show and prove that there is a true, ongoing, loving relationship between the U.S. citizen and the fiance. So that is the basic process of how that would happen.
And how long does that process usually take in your experience?
It really depends. It depends on a lot of factors, such as how quick can documentations be provided to submit for the initial K visa, how long it takes for the immigration to review and approve the K visa. Once that is approved, that case is then transferred to the local consulate. And again, it depends on the scheduling of the embassy to see how far backed up they are or how quick they can get the fiance in for their interview. In total, and usually on a normal basis, these types of visas can take anywhere from 4 to 9 months. So it's not a quick process.
Very good. Now, what happens once my fiance is approved and has his or her visa?
Well, that is great news. That means your fiance can now enter the United States and come and stay with you so you guys can explore your relationship at a deeper level, learn to live with each other, and put up with each other on a day-to-day basis. With the fiance visa, the fiance that's entering the United States has exactly 90 days from the day that he or she enters the country to get married to the U.S. citizen. If that does not happen within 90 days, you guys don't work out, you break up, or you just decide to make sure that this is truly what you want. If you're not married within the 90 days, then he or she will need to return back to their home country.
Very good. Now, is there a difference if I choose to marry my fiance while overseas compared to marrying her in the United States?
Okay, well, that's also another good question. As a U.S. citizen, you can do that. There is also that different process to bring your husband and wife overseas to the United States in that sense. The process will take a little bit longer, but there are benefits and disadvantages, again, to both sides. You're looking at being able to have friends and family of the fiance be able to be there in the presence of the wedding so that they can see the happy couple get married, and you can stay as long as you want in that home country with your now husband and wife. The process of pushing that paper and applying to immigration and eventually to having the interview at the consulate is very similar. And again, documentation is required. It's very heavily based. You need to show that there's an ongoing loving marriage, and sometimes it even shows that you need to be able to support your husband or wife while they're going through this process. And the downfall is the now husband or wife needs to stay out of the United States, cannot enter on any other type of visa until they're
And if you'd like to talk and sit down with Crystal about your specific case, whether it be a fiancé visa or any other type of immigration law, please call us at 404-997-8470. Thank you very much.